Well, we want to compost, but we have a small urban garden and a small backyard, so it's actually storing the compost before we take it down to our allotment that seems to be the problem. We've tried to compost and we've also tried to use a wormery, but we haven't really had much luck with either because it's always gone a bit wrong and smelly. I wanted some good advice on how we can store stuff in our backyard before taking it down to the allotment, and what we should be doing down the allotment, how much kitchen waste we can put in, what we can put in, what we can't put in, and what sort of garden waste is good to compost.
Anyone can home compost. As soon as you think, I've got something that I'm going to chuck away here, think, can I put that on a compost heap? Or, does it have to go in the bin? So all the paper, cardboard, things from the vacuum cleaner, I know things like toenails and hair, I cut my hair every week, right? Well, that can go on the compost heap as well. It's an educational thing, getting kids involved in the process so they understand how plants break down and naturally turn into compost anyway, and that is what is the basis of all plant life and therefore all human life as well. So it's more the process and understanding it and getting into it. If you use your homemade compost on your own garden, you're basically building up the cycle of bacteria and beneficial microorganisms, and you're keeping them within the garden.
It's been great having Joe in my home because he's been able to give me some really good advice on composting, especially in an urban setting, which is the challenge that we have here.
It's all about the mix. You need 50% browns, 50% greens as well. And browns are things like cardboard, paper, leaves that have fallen off trees. And then greens are things like kitchen waste and stuff like that. But look to get a good mixture of 50% browns and greens. That's the key to it. Not too moist, not too dry. Sometimes it takes a couple of months, sometimes it can take a year. You just got to be patient with it, and you can tell when it's right because it smells quite sweet and it's broken down into nice crumbly material.
Now we've got to take the buckets and put them in the compost bin.
Oh, right.
About that sort of size, and that can go in. You don't want to get your hands dirty. Do you want to get your hands dirty? Alright, we'll wait, you can have a nice bit of clean cardboard. Keep chucking it in. Who wants to put a bit of this in? Yeah, this is good. See, it's been through a shredder. That's really good. A little bit more. Whoa! Right, that's enough water. Now we put the lid on. There you go. And then you tap it 3 times for luck, everybody. 1, 2, 3. And you say, make good compost. I think that's got my name on it, that one. Right. Honestly, I bet you love it. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Right, so who wants to rip up some papers?
Me!
Right. That's it, good girl. Crunch them up a bit. Okay. You'll be amazed, in about 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, it'll start getting hot. Really, it's like cooking like a cake. You put your hand on the top of it and you'll think, oh, that's really hot. If it gets too slimy, it means you haven't got enough cardboard. Yeah, and if it's too dry, it usually means you haven't got enough of this. So you're looking for half-half.
Well, Hartlepool Young Carers it's a registered charity, and it's part of Hartlepool Carers. Young carers are people aged between 7 and 19 who have a caring responsibility for any member of the family. And when they come along to us, we get respite care and we do things such as the allotment project with them. They're going to get experiential learning. They're also going to be outdoors. They're going to learn new skills, and not only that, once they've grown the things that they want to produce in the allotment, we've tried to give them another outlet so that they'll be able to sell them possibly on a local farmers market. We'd mentioned about composting before because we want to try and keep this as organic as we can. We want to teach them organics, and rather than using pesticides and things like that, we want to go back and strip it away to its grassroots level. They thought it was fantastic that a celebrity gardener was taking time and an interest in what they were actually doing and what they were trying to achieve. They're very, very keen on their garden anyway. As you can see, it's in its infancy at the moment. We've been on a waiting list for some time, but for a celebrity gardener to come along and to be involved with what they're doing, they were absolutely thrilled to bits with it.
I've been coming to Hartlepool Carers for a number of years now,
and they're always there for you, and they give you a chance to do the things that you may not do when you're with your family and your caring role. In the 6 weeks I came down whenever I could on a Wednesday, and when we first came it was all tall and everything in bushes, and we've managed to get it all level now. We're hoping to have our own fruit and veg patches so that we can encourage healthy eating, and we're hoping to make it a family area where people with their family can come down and just enjoy it.
I've had a great day, I have to say. I didn't quite know what to expect, but the North East is just a really lovely part of the world that I don't know enough of at all. I'd like to get to know it a bit better. But everyone I've met today has been incredibly positive. The kids are fantastic. The Sure Start schemes, I thought they were great, and here especially, really good. And I'll take a lot of positive thoughts away from here, I think. Getting across my passion for gardening and composting has been quite easy because it's quite a simple thing to explain, I think. Understanding the gardening process and the composting process and likening it to a cake or something that is just getting about the mixture, getting that right and experimenting and not giving up. But the kids are amazing, pick up on it very quickly. They know that you can grow seeds in it, that you can use it in the garden, and I think kids in general have changed a lot since my day, really. Now they're into growing vegetables and into gardening, so they're quite easy to work with and very receptive towards those ideas.